and good. And the lead is up to 5. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. It was his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A very solid gain of 27. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. His throw incomplete. Well, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Elway. He'll buy some time right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here first and 10.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Being chased out left. And to the left side here, Wilson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Out to the right here to Wilson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate get it.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers getting set to trot out there.
Detroit! Gone!
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He sets to fire deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long. But maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now they'll throw it with Elway. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind.
Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Detroit!
They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fends him off. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are back within a score. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Now Amendola. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Elway. He's going to try and go deep again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Now it's Elway. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Play action. Elway. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The Niners on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Over the middle, complete. That's Harvey. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough third and goal forthcoming.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Elway. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, On the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to go up top, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Hurry up, here we go.
On first, they'll throw with Elway. He's going to look deep for Edelman, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Partner, I know that ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Elway now off of play action. Going for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. A great effort there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Able to fight through one tackle. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
He had great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
Dancing to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's coughed it up, and the Panthers have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely, it was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And they'll go on the ground. Dancing away at the 30. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That burst good for 20 and a first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. They fake the give. Now Elway. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
All right, now, look at 56.
On 3rd down, Elway. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
3-19.
From the shotgun, Elway. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. He shakes him off. And his pass incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit. Gone, 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 gone. Gone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And on the ground they go with a running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Elway down around his goal line. Going deep here for Edelman. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on
diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See slime break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a break light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your in them. They hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something.